Hey everybody, it's me, your favorite vlogger ever. So I'm having a really fucking great hair day. I'm all ready for my purple hair. Finally, I've had to dye it like 1,700 times to get it the color purple I want. Finally, it's the color that I love. So for like years, people have been like, what's your favorite color? And I've always been like rainbow. And people are like, that's not a color. And I'm just like, well, I don't know what planet you live on, but last time I checked, I got to decide what color I liked the most. And rainbow's a color, so go fuck yourself. But lately, and by lately I mean like probably the past like 6 months ish, purple has become like my favorite color. It's a color of royalty. It's the color of my sign, aside from like my birthstone. Um, I, Purple looks good on me. It's such a vibrant color. It's a part of my tribe, like literally my Choctaw Indian tribe. So I don't know, dude. I'm kind of digging it. And whether or not everybody else likes it or not, doesn't really matter because you're not me. I'm me. I like it. Um, so for my vlog tonight, I just kind of feel like I need to like touch base. I always like to like stay vulnerable and like, just really just like stay in tune with where I'm at and how I'm doing. Um, I feel like I have 1,000 things on my plate right now, and I feel like I'm just treading water. That's not to sound negative whatsoever, but I just feel like my plate is so full that I'm just constantly, I don't know, I'm just constantly, if one thing's finished, another one needs to be finished, and on the cycle goes. But like, really, I always bring myself back to this point of like, I was sitting in a cell one day praying that these were my problems, you know? Um, I remember sitting in a cell praying to God to have a job that I got to go to. At the end of the day, I wish that I could complain about how bad my feet hurt. And quite honestly, those are my problems today. And so when I keep it really simple and look at it like that, I'm pretty sure life puts me in check pretty quickly. One really cool thing is that I finally kind of like gave in and got one of these like jewel majiggers, is what they're called. A lot of people at work smoke them. I've never been into the vape thing, like really ever, mostly because anytime I've tried using those big vapors or even the pen ones, they've like made me choke and die. But like these things not only hit like an actual cigarette, they have literally three-fourths less of the nicotine in them, hit like a regular cigarette, and like still come with really awesome flavors. I just puff the little motherfucker, blow out some smoke, and boom, there I am. And I'm telling you, dude, I smoke way less. Like, at first, I'm thinking, like, okay, mind over a matter type of thing, but not really. Like, I find myself, I think I've smoked maybe one or two cigarettes in the last 6 or 7 hours, which, if anybody knows me, I smoke like a fiend. And so I probably would have smoked like at least 7 or 8 cigarettes by now in the last 6 or 7 hours. Like sometimes I smoke like twice an hour. Sometimes I smoke 3 cigarettes in a row in one in like a 30-minute period. It's retarded. So, anyways, with that being said, I thought I was making some really positive changes that day. This was a couple days ago. Um, I've been really down on myself for how I've been looking lately and how I've been feeling. Like when it's that whole saying, like when you look good, you feel good. And I, uh, I feel like I'm constantly working, and so I have to look a certain way for that. And for both jobs, really, not that I feel like I have to be demanding my own look for my own business, but to a degree, like you kind of like need to look presentable to your clients. I mean, I don't want to look like a slob, but um, anyway, so I've been really trying to make some different choices. Like I made a decision December 28th of 2015 that I would never see that number on the scale ever again. And thank God I have not seen that number since. But what really sucks is that I lost like, I don't know, like 200 something pounds, and I gained like 60 of it back. And everybody, like this guy at the gas station up the street, God love him. I see him like all the time because we work the same hours. But he's like, well, at least it's just, 60 instead of like, the 200 that you didn't lose. And I'm like, dude, I totally dig your perspective. It's just been something I've like really been struggling with lately, like this little fucking chin shit going on used to not be there. Like I worked really hard to make it disappear. And it wasn't necessarily about making it disappear. And I have to keep getting back to the basics of why I started eating better and making a lifestyle change in the first place. And that was because, yeah, I didn't want to see that number on a scale ever again. But it was like I no longer wanted to feel like that ever again in my own body. Like, I mean, I just felt so gross. Me and my partner at the time lived on like a really big circle drive. Like, literally, it was like its own little mini track. And I remember like I would take my dog in the morning, and I mean, I could barely get a quarter way around to the circle, and I would like be gasping for air, like dying for air. And like, today, like, I'm not as in shape as I was whenever I started losing that weight, but I have definitely still maintained a good amount of weight lost. So that's cool. But I've still put that fucking weight on. And so I weighed myself on Monday. It's now Thursday. And just from Monday to now, I've lost 9 pounds, which technically, the picture I'm about to show you is 10 pounds. So roughly take off 1 pound of this image. But okay, I don't know what's going on here. But I found this really cool to look at because it kind of put in perspective for me that, like, yeah, it may only be 9 pounds in like 3 days, but just like the littlest, simplest things I've changed in just 3 days' time, I've lost 9 pounds. So this is what 10 pounds of fat looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it. Is it too close? Should I back away? Damn it. I don't think it's working. I don't think it's gonna work. It's like being a douche. Oh, maybe. Ah, that sucks. Okay, so if you can't see it, which I saw it for like a second, but I was hoping that would go better than how it did. But basically, this motherfucker is holding like a big wad grub of 10 pounds. I'm like, dude, that's a lot of fucking pounds. And like, I've had people be like, oh, that's just water weight, or oh, you're just bloated, or oh, you're just okay. I find it awfully ironic that I started making some of those lifestyle changes again, and 9 pounds. I'm literally like zero point 0.4 pounds away from being 10, but for the record, 9 pounds. That's like awfully interesting that I make those decisions one day, and then a couple days later, just by implementing some exercise and a little more hard work on what I'm eating and putting into my body, how 9 pounds is just all of a sudden gone. I like to find those people that kind of make those kind of comments as, fun suckers or the more pessimistic people of life, because I just don't really choose to look at life like that. And speaking of life, it's been kind of crazy lately. I feel all over the place. I really do. I feel like the universe is pulling me in 1,000 different directions. I don't know which way to go. I don't always have the answers, and trust me, anybody that knows me, I don't pretend to know them. But I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing sometimes. And I think that's okay. Like, I'm pretty sure no one was like, I mean, I didn't ask to be born for one, but for two, since I am, I don't think I came with a rule book, like there's laws and shit that I need to abide by, sure, but like I just don't necessarily think that life is, I have always had this motto, like life doesn't need to be taken that seriously. And since like I have that motto of life, when life throws me things that I've been going through, I have this really blasé approach to it. And like, it's really not always the best viewpoint. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I'm the eternal optimist when I'm in a good mindset, but like, sometimes it can really be hindering because I need to be taking action or doing certain things that I'm like, oh, that can wait, or oh, it's not that important, or maybe that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't fucking know. Just my head tells me things all the time. Um, you know, I just want to be a better person every day. I try to be a better person every day. I try to be better than the person I was yesterday. And with that being said, I'm 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 definitely human, but I've been trying to make some really cool positive changes in my life and like it feels really fucking good. Um I wish I lived in this mindset like all the time. I've had a lot of like my last vlog that I posted, I was really emotional and I was taking on a lot of feelings for other people and other things. I'm grateful that I was able to identify that because I was really emotionally unstable, not like basket case, need to go to the psych ward is stable, but like just like not centered. And so that's another thing that I've been trying to like focus more on is meditating more. There's a person that's kind of like now in my network more that I see they practice like yoga and meditating and I have friends that travel and sell things like that they make from the earth and stuff like that. And so those friends I choose to like keep in touch with because they remind me of ultimately what I'm about. Like I'm just a little speck of the universe here. You know, like in the grand scheme of life, like my problems are like so small. You know, a lot of people are always like trying to talk about their issues or what they're struggling with or like whatever. But like, and though it's good to move through those emotions and tackle those feelings and, you know, move forward in a healthy way, like it's really important to remember just how simple life can be. Like, I am just a speck on this universe, dude. Like, this galaxy that we live in is fucking, like, magical. And I'm not trying to sound like all whimsical and crazy and shit, but like, it's legit, it's science. Like, I am just one breathing body on a fucking planet in the middle of a gazillion galaxies that go way beyond our understanding. Who knows? I mean, I'm not even gonna get into all that right now. It's a totally different vlog, but like, it puts into perspective my emotions, my feelings, and the direction I want in my life because the people that I follow are ultimately like-minded people like myself. Like I don't want to fucking get caught up in shame. I don't want to get caught up in guilt. I don't want to worry what a scale says. I don't want to worry if I look okay. Like just I don't want to be of this world. I've said so many times throughout my life growing up to people that I'm just not of this world. I've been gifted with things that I don't know how to explain to people. I've been through things that I don't know how to explain to people. I just know it is, that it is what it is. And so, I don't know. It's just, I don't even know if I'm making sense. It's just one of those things that I gotta stay focused on because I'm just like this big, you know what I mean? Like I'm so tiny in this world. And sometimes I can just really forget that. And I'm grateful for my like minded friends and family. Family is not always blood, that's for sure. But I'm just really grateful that I'm starting, you know, I'm grateful I allow myself to be where I'm at. Like my last post, I was emotional. I was not stable. I did not feel very grounded and I felt very lost. And like I allowed myself to process those feelings. And like I just moved through days where like today, like I'm just alive and I'm here. And I'm excited for what my future is going to bring. I'm manifesting positive, you know, things. I'm taking time to meditate to feed my soul. Like I said, I don't want to live in shame. I don't want to live in guilt. I don't want to live in like any sort of disharmony. I love nature. I need to make it a point more often to start doing more of those things that I love. I definitely make time for them. I want to make more time for them. It's really cool. I shared a couple vlogs ago too that for the longest time I found myself longing for certain relationships back or certain priorities to come back until all of a sudden I had an epiphany that like literally what the fuck am I doing? Like the universe and God just like blew my mind open and like I understood for the first time in so long, thank God, that like I don't need those people. I don't want those people. I don't want those situations. That's not my path. That's not who I want to be. That's not what I want to associate with. That's not what I want for my future. And like, my God, I stayed stuck in that shit for like 2 fucking years, bro. So like if you're out there right now and you're struggling with some shit and you feel like there's some blockages that you can't get through, dude, hang on because you will make it through. It doesn't happen easily though, and it certainly doesn't happen overnight. And it certainly doesn't happen just sitting on your ass. Like I had to fucking do some major soul searching. Like I had to really dig into myself and understand, like, okay, what's going on with Natalie? Why am I feeling the way that I'm feeling? What's going on with me? Any sort of problem that I have is ultimately a response to me not able to accept what's going on around me. I was unable to accept the fact that these people or that these things were putting me in a box, that they were judging me and pushing me and labeling me and dishonoring me and associating my spirit, and that insulted me. Like I should be something to some people, and I'm fucking not, bro. I'm not. I'm sorry I'm even talking like this. I don't even know what kind of kick I'm on right now, but like I am a speck. And in this speck of nature, of the universe, of what I am, like God knows what He's doing with me, dude. And like that's not the path. That's just not the path. And to like be able to own that within myself is like such a beautiful gift that God has blessed me with, that I have been waiting so long for. So maybe, if anything, if you hear something here that like don't give up, like that your struggle isn't for nothing. And I'm really grateful that I am in the place that I'm at right now because I can just like kiss that shit goodbye, dude. There are greater things in my future. And had I may have held on to certain things, people, or places, like I may not be where I'm at today. And some days are harder than others. Some days I still struggle where I'm like, but like since I've had this epiphany, I can honestly say I have not desired those things back. Thank God. It is a daily reprieve though. If I am not continuously like manifesting my life and goals, and if I'm not practicing meditation, and if I'm not in tune with myself, and I'm not aligning my spirit, like my strongest chakra is my throat. It always has been. It's the chakra for my sign, all that. Like, I mean, this is where my truth comes from. That's why honesty is so important to me. And all I can do is be about my truth. And this is my truth. You know, um, I'm just trying to make better decisions for my life. I'm fucking not always going to be this age. Like, and I want to be able to look back at my life and be like, I fucking took chances, and this is why I'm here today. Like, I love what I read. I don't know if it was something specific or if it was just something I saw on social media or if I was reading something, but like it went into like this big detailed message about how there are people out there, celebrities, that didn't get their kick until they were 49. They didn't find their success until they were 32, that they kept failing, failing, failing until they, were 43 with a best-selling book, or they finally landed a TV show, or they got turned down 17 times only to win that 18th time. Like, just that speaks to my soul, because like it's been a hard road to get back to right here where I'm understanding that if I get kicked down today and if I get kicked down later, I'm going to still get the fuck back up. The really most beautiful thing that my sponsor has taught me lately is that I persevere. And like I almost felt self-righteous for being like, yeah, I do, like fuck yeah. And like giving myself praise for something that's positive. I should be doing it. Yes, praise yourself. I'm so grateful that I persevere, that I have 1,000 and fucking 1 reasons, if not a million, to say no, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna give up. Thanks anyways, but I'm choosing to push on anyways. Like that's a gift, bro. Like that a lot of people don't have that. And for me to sit here and be like, that's what I have. That's what I own. That's my truth. then let it be known that that's my truth, that you will not knock me down, and ultimately no one can kick my ass as best as I could. I'm my worst critic anyways. And so I'm just really grateful. I'm grateful that I'm a spec. I'm grateful that I'm teachable. I'm grateful that I've learned these lessons. I'm grateful that I've walked through my pain. I know there's tons more things I have to walk through. I'm okay with that. My fucking life is taking off in different directions, finally. I have always manifested certain things for my life that I wanted for me that I don't honestly feel like I would have done had I been in situations like I was in. And I'm not just talking about using drugs and all that fucked up shit I was doing, but like legitimately being a part of people or places or things that dishonored my spirit, that disrespected who I am. I'm not making those decisions anymore. And that's what the fuck is up, man. It's about owning my side of the street and my square. Another cool thing I've been learning is about the seventh tradition. If you don't know about it, we can talk about it on a personal basis. I just can't for reasons right now. But it talks about being fully self-supporting. Like, I don't want you to fucking pay my bills. I want to pay my own bills. I want to fucking own everything I got. I want to work fucking hard for what I got. And I want to say that I did it and I'm doing it and it's happening. And I'm also manifesting that. And mark my words right now, everything that I want and need will be fulfilled. It always has and always will be. Infinitely, it will always be that way. I'm learning to be happy with my soul today. And I truly, honestly feel the most happiest when I understand that I'm just this big. I'm not some monstrous ta-da person. I don't have 1,001 things to offer the world. All I have is to offer me. If I'm 1,000 to you, then so be it. That's cool. Thank you for honoring me that way. But I want to honor the rest of us out there in the world, acknowledging the fact that we're specks. That a speck and a speck equals a picture equals a bigger picture, and so on and so forth. Like, that's the mold I want to live in. Always. And like, I can't be more happy to say that just for today and just for right now, that's the lifestyle I live today. And I dare anyone to challenge me in that. I'm grateful I take time to meditate. I'm grateful to take time to work out. I'm grateful to make sure that I'm eating better. I'm grateful to make sure that I take care of my home and my dogs and my place of living and making a home where I go. Like, people are out there fucking dying right now for shit that I have right now. They're fucking dying. And if anybody doesn't know that truth, I'm grateful. But like, open the fuck up and understand that if you're seeing this right now, you're probably very lucky that that isn't your life today. So I don't know. I'm grateful for where my business is taking me. I'm grateful for the universe and how God's expanding my being the person that I knew I always was on the inside, and not being afraid to take chances, owning who I am, understanding who I am. That's also like a work in progress, but man, it's like so not where I used to be. And like, that's the most beautiful thing ever. And like, I just, like, I counsel, I'm a life coach, I'm an astrologist, like, I'm a psychic, I'm a medium, I hate labels, blah, 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 blah. But I also have a counselor. I also have my mentors. I also seek guidance in my universe. I also meditate. Like, I just have always been this person since I was a very, very little girl, and I never just really honed in and said, this is what I'm going to do, because this is what I was meant to do. And I've known it like my whole life. I've just ran from it. And it's amazing what happens when you stop running from your truth. It really is. So if anybody's out there, I mean, and you're reading this and you're wondering, like, how do I get there, Natalie? Like, how do I get there? Like, I'm happy to help you. I'm happy to speak with you one-on-one. If you want to know an answer right the fuck now, my best answer on how to get there is to just shut up and listen. If you don't take time to listen, of course you don't know. Of course you're asking how. I don't have the answer for real right now. I could center myself. I could try to figure out some glorious piece of something to tell you and to help you along your way. But ultimately, you got to feel it here. That's it. You know, intuitions don't lie, vibes don't lie, energy does not lie. And I hate that that's kind of been like a stigma, like, because that's been like my whole life. And I guess I'm grateful that that's becoming a stigma in a sense of like, there's people out there practicing that actually. So that's cool. But like, I legitimately mean it. Like, that shit doesn't lie. Game recognizes game all day, every day. Recognize the human inside of yourself and love yourself. You know, I have had people try to teach me to love the little girl inside of me because a little girl inside of me is not healed all the way. I am very much still human. You know, I strive to be in my higher self as always, as everybody, but that shit doesn't always work sometimes, you know? Again, I'm human, but like I can't be more grateful for the life, excuse me, that I live today, um, and the opportunities that are coming my way, the opportunities that are already come, just everything, man. Like I just, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. And I am proud to say that I am who I am today. And that's a person with integrity and honor and love and respect. And I mean, I'm fucking just, I'm a good person today. And so are you. And if you need help remembering that, I would be happy to help you remember that. You know, I have some exciting things coming up for the month of October. I also have a few cool things happening in November. Then it's birthday month for December. And all of us December birthdays out there, I know we totally get fucked on presents. It's like, oh, we'll get it for you for Christmas. And then Christmas comes and it's like, guess we didn't get it for Christmas. See, little things, human. Like I should give a shit about presents. No. But anyways, the gift of life should be gift enough, right? Like there's starving kids in Africa and shit, which there really are. But there's also a lot of starving motherfuckers here in St. Louis. And I'm sure if you're not from St. Louis and you're seeing this, there's a lot of people hungry around you. So if you actually do want to get involved in that kind of service, I do that around here as well. But let's say you're from somewhere else, like just go drop some waters off somewhere. Go fucking give some loaves of bread out. Like make a couple sandwiches and toss them around. Throw some fruit, dude. Like people are hungry. I fucking live for that shit. I'm part of the St. Louis outreach program where we feed the homeless and clothe them. And I'm a part of other organizations that do as well. Anyways, I'm really gonna be quiet now. I have like a few more things and I really need to go to bed. I wish there was more hours in the day, but I just don't have them. So yeah, still digging my purple hair. And I never thought I would have purple hair. I never thought I'd fucking be a blonde either. And people are like, how are you so tan? I'm like, well, usually my hair is like black and I'm Native American, but you wouldn't know it by all this beautiful shit. Anyway, so I'm 9 pounds down and I can't wait to see what I am in a couple days because I'm making lifestyle changes again. So watch out, people. Natalie's on a learning curve again. And if you need me, I'm here. I love anybody and everybody reading this. I truly mean that because you're a spirit of God and so am I. And together we form that spec, man. And specs create pictures. I love pictures. If anybody knows me, I love pictures. Yeah, so love yourself enough today to take time for yourself. And with that being said, I love you all. Thank you for listening this far. Again, I'm always open in here and ready for anything if you need it. And we'll be in touch. Love ya.